The second one, Amazon PPC goal setting and business strategy alignment of this one. So when you read this, Amazon PPC goal setting and business strategy alignment, what is this? Is this just corporate speak?
It can be. If you're executing upon them, then probably it's not. If you're living it day by day. This was the first one on your prioritization list. And I actually want to dare you, why was it and like how you're seeing it?
I would say that again, it's the common case of, are you zoomed in too far? Meaning you're so zoomed in. So as an example, I talk to Amazon sellers, Amazon marketers, and they can become obsessed with tweaking a top of search bid modifier, and which is great. Like, you do need to pay attention to those things. But at the same time, if you lose a sense of like why you're doing what you're doing, that makes life really hard. Meaning it's the classic case of, I want a 1% ACOS. But would that really serve the business? If you want a 1% ACOS, you would turn off 99% of your keywords and 99% of your search terms, and you'd be like bidding on your own branded term. And then when you suggest this, that's not what the business really wants. So it's like, what is your goal? And I think the more aligned everyone can be on the same page, these are the goals. This is how I'm going to integrate PPC into it. There's companies that use PPC as a ranking mechanism. They prioritize organic a lot, or there's other companies that prioritize market share. So they want to take market share away from competition, or they want to launch and they have certain goals for launching. So like having an integrated business plan of what role does Amazon PPC serve? There's different businesses with different goals that should be measuring their Amazon PPC under a different lens than other companies. So I think having a really clear understanding of what do I actually want, and then do I understand Amazon PPC's role in that, is really important. Are we in an expansion phase? Are we trying to grow revenue and grow market share? How are we going to do that? What do I expect my PPC results to have? And that, I think, is so vitally important, that the person who's making bid changes, that the person who's like playing with a budget or deciding what keywords to bid on, that person should know the intention of what Amazon PPC should be doing for the company. The integration of that is so important because it should shape every single decision that gets made. So when you have something like this that influences every single thing in the company, every single optimization that you would make, that's why I put it so high on my list.
Definitely, and I agree to it. I believe that because there's so much noise out there, you're going to be focused on the available data that is like the least amount of information on it for some reason. Quick example popping into my sponsor brand video ads, like everyone's talking about it. Barely in maybe 1 or 2% of the accounts that we manage, it's available, but everyone is talking about the shiniest thing. So getting back to the Amazon PPC goal setting and business strategy alignment, why do I personally have it on my second priority on the list is because this is going to be highly dependent on the inventory that we're managing. Let's say we're running out of stock from our bestseller product. We already strategized. We already had the top performing campaigns and everything is working well. That can be taken away in the next 7 days because we're running out of stock. And then what are we going to do? So this is why for me, it was a second priority just because it's very important, but this is going to be changed, especially with the brands that don't really have figured out inventory management. And even with brands that have figured out inventory management, however, they just like supplier says they don't have any more. Let's say they don't have any more this and you ordered 200,000 of them, right? And you need them for your product, but they don't have it. So what are you doing? Is this still going to be the best-selling product? No, because your demand now is like, you still have that, but the supplier cannot supply it to you. So this is why I'm saying that Amazon PPC goals are going to go hand in hand with inventory available. Because if there's zero inventory, your goals are just wishful things, that you hope that it's going to happen, but you cannot achieve them because there's nothing to sell.
I would say general goals to pick from are usually things like people should actually physically write this down somewhere and then check in on it every week. So it's things like, am I trying to maximize profit? My profit last year was X percentage. I want it to go to Y percentage this year. How are we going to use a PPC to accomplish that? Do you want to grow revenue a lot or market share? That might be the same thing for a lot of people. Grow revenue. How are you going to grow revenue? I'm going to take market share from these 3 competitors. Okay, go and shape the PPC around doing that. Are we launching a lot? What are the goals for launching? What do we expect from launching? Maybe you have a lot of inventory left over and you want to take care of inventory. Do you want to maintain brand awareness on a certain family of keywords. So you always want to be in strong positions for them. So I think like having these things written down are super helpful. And I would also push people to say, attach a qualitative description, so grow profit. And then also a quantitative description too, whereas I want overall company profit to move from 8% to 10% or X value to Y value in 2026. And these are the things that need to happen. And then you can use PPC as like a barometer. Is this realistic or not? How does the PPC need to operate? And then you need to drill that into whoever the PPC manager is, whoever the Amazon marketing team is, just drill it in them every week. What are we talking about today, this week, on Amazon PPC? And like, I've seen teams and sat in on calls and coached companies through where it's like, when they have their marketing meeting, they're talking about a different thing every single week because like, it's just a flurry of info. And like, where are your goals? Like, you need to ground all this stuff with whatever the foundational goal was. That way you can look at new stuff and be like, I don't need to prioritize this because these are my priorities. Will this help me accomplish my priorities? And I think those things are really important to not get lost on. So that's why spending a lot of time looking at your business strategy and making sure you ask yourself, does my Amazon PPC strategy reflect my business goal? And does my PPC manager, am I reminding them every single week what my business goals are? Am I checking in on my business goals every single week and seeing if my PPC is aligned to that? There you go.
100%.